ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಬಚ್ಚೇಗೌಡ್ರೆ.
ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ
Hare Rama, ಹೇಳಿ.
Hare Rama, start.
Okay. Hare Rama, very good afternoon to you all. We would like to begin the webinar series on Desi Cow, precious gift from nature to nurture, with salutations to the lotus feet of Parama Pujya Srimad Jagadguru Shankaracharya, Shri Shri Raghaveshwara Bharati Mahaswamiji, Shri Samsthana Gokarna, Shri Ramachandrapura Matha. Shri Ramachandrapura Matha is involved in various activities, including research, to understand the importance of Desi cow products. Desi cow products have been found to have a huge role to play in the maintenance of good health and also in overall well-being of humans. The great physician Hippocrates once said, "Our food should be our medicine and our medicine should be our food." As we all know, milk is an important nutrient required from our infancy till our old age. Another important quote to remember is, "Everything that looks white is not milk." We begin our day with a cup of milk or tea. Don't you all think it is important to know the composition, types, and other nutritional aspects of milk? So here we begin a webinar series to create awareness about the importance of Desi cow milk and its byproducts in nurturing human health. The topic of today's webinar is Milk, the Complete Food. I would like to wholeheartedly extend a warm welcome to all the dignitaries, honorable vice chancellors, resource persons, heads of various institutions, faculty members, scientists, researchers, PhD scholars, students, and disciples of Sri Ramachandrapura Matha. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our sponsor, Mr. Praveen Udupa and his team of Avon Logics, Mangalore. Once again, hearty welcome to one and all to the webinar. The webinar is conducted by Samshodhana Khanda and Gofala Trust of Sri Ramachandrapura Matha with the divine blessings and guidance of Srimad Jagadguru Shankaracharya, Shri Shri Raghaveshwara Bharati Mahaswamiji. I, Soundarya Kollampare, will be the host for the webinar today. Now, we will listen to a Go Gita by Mrs. Shilpa.
ಕೆನೆಯ ಕಡೆದರೆ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯಾದೆ ಹಾಲಾದೆ ಕರೆದರೆ ಮೊಸರಾದೆ ಹೆತ್ತರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಕೆನೆಯ ಕಡೆದರೆ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯಾದೆ ಮೇಲಾದ ತುಪ್ಪವು ನಾನಾದೆ ಕಾಸಿದರೆ ಮೇಲಾದ ತುಪ್ಪವು ನಾನಾದೆ ಕಾಸಿದರೆ ನೀನಾರಿಗಾದೆಯೋ ಎಲೆ ಮಾನವ ನೀನಾರಿಗಾದೆಯೋ ಎಲೆ ಮಾನವ ಹರಿ ಹರಿ ಗೋ ನಾನು ಆ ಹರಿ ಹರಿ ಗೋ ನಾನು ಗೋ ನಾನು ಗೋ ನಾನು.
May I now request Mrs. Usha Bhattiaji to give away the introductory remarks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Saundarya. Hare Rama, everyone. A famous saying reminds us that we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. The earth is what we all have in common. Those who contemplate the beauty of the earth find reserves of strength that will endure as long as life lasts. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed. To ensure that we help this earth to flourish, Sri Ramchandrapura Matha has pioneered and supported various causes to this end. Sri Matha was established by Adi Shankaracharya around 1300 years ago in Ashoke near Gokarna, which has seen 35 heads of Pitha since then. The present seer, Sri Sri Raghaveshwara Bharati Mahaswamiji, is the 36th Guru to preside over the august Pitha. Sri Swamiji is widely known for his efforts over the last 2 decades in the preservation of Bharatiya breed of cows. In addition to the above, Sri Matha has undertaken awareness initiatives like Amrita Patha, a campaign to clean plastic from the roads to save cows, Amrita Garbha, an operation to cows who have fallen ill due to consumption of plastic, Gou Sanjeevani, purchasing abattoir-bound cows from the slaughters and protecting them in gaushalas, etc., which have become very popular among the masses. To aid this continued effort, Sri Ramachandrapura Matha has formed Gophala Trust. The objective of the trust is Vidyate Goshu Sampannam, means we do not rear the cow, cow rears us. We can also define Gophala as Govina Phala, means all the items given by Gomata. Gophala Trust has been formed to bring this objective into reality and in turn help return a balance to our environment and our lives. In addition to this, Sri Swamiji realized the need to take up various research activities on indigenous cows and on Indian culture. As mentioned by Saundarya, a new research wing, Samshodhana Khanda, was recently started at Sri Matha with a responsibility to carry out research for the betterment of indigenous cows and our Indian culture. In making this dream into reality, a center is being built as we speak for the preservation of heritage breed of cows. It will also serve as a leading research center on Indian culture and practices, agro-license methodology, and innovative technology development. Kickstarting this approach to research is the webinar series on Desi cow-based agriculture, covering multiple aspects of soil protection, Desi breeds, and its importance, plant protection, etc., by leading scientific stalwarts and organic farmers. The webinar series, which began on 5th December 2019, on the day of World Soil Day, is celebrating its first anniversary with this program. We have initiated the webinar series with soil, and now we have taken up the subject as milk. Today's session's topic is Milk, the Complete Food, which is part of the initiative Desi Cow, the precious gift from nature to nurture. We hope to learn more through the upcoming seminars while implementing and sharing the knowledge to make our life, our community, and this earth a better place for us and for the future generations. With this, I rest my speech and now I hand over to Soundarya. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, madam. Now I request Ms. Pallavi Badami, one who is a part of Samshodhana Khanda and is pursuing her PhD at University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad, to introduce our guest for the day.
Thank you, Saundarya ma'am. Hare Rama. A very good afternoon to each and everyone. I, Pallavi Badami, wholeheartedly welcome you all to this webinar series on Desi Cow, a precious gift from nature to nurture, entitled Milk, the Complete Food. With the divine blessings of Sri Sadguru Shankaracharya Mahasamsthana and Sri Raghaveshwara Bharati Mahaswamiji, I take this wonderful opportunity to introduce our keynote speaker, chairperson, and moderator to this webinar. On behalf of Sri Ramachandra Puramatha, I extend my warm welcome to Dr. K.P. Ramesh sir, who is a keynote speaker for this webinar. Sir basically hails from the village Kerikoppa, Tirthalli Taluk of Shumoga district, and presently Sir is a head of Southern Region Station ICR NDRI Bengaluru. Completed bachelor's and master's degree from Veterinary College, UAS Bangalore, and honored with doctorate degree from National Dairy Research Institute, Karnal. Also, a recipient of Diploma in Intellectual Property Rights by the Institute of IGNOU, New Delhi, and WIFO, Geneva. Sir is also a holder of master's degree in Intellectual Property Law from IGNOU with the basic training and experience in animal genetics and biotechnology. With a huge interest and dedication to work in the field of indigenous cows, livestock genetics, and embryo biotechnology, Sir has traveled to many corners of the country. Sir is a well-known researcher working under the area of conservation and improvement of indigenous cattle, livestock genomics and proteomics, cytogenetics, and IPR issues in livestock sector. With a pioneering work experience in the field of male fertility assessment, Sir has evolved with interspecific in vitro fertilization assay using zona-free hamster eggs to test the fertility of buffalo bulls. I feel extremely proud to present before you all that Sir had a crucial role in the development of real-time PCR-based antigen detection kit for the diagnosis of bovine herpes virus 1 and biofilm-based mastitis. With his keen interest, Sir has predominantly contributed in creating awareness, conservation, and improvement of native breeds of cattle. We feel extremely privileged to present before you all that Sir has been rewarded as scientific advisor by Director General of Patents under Patent Act 1970 in the field of biotechnology and microbiology. Through his constant hard work and dedication, Sir has successfully handled about 22 well-known research projects, including NDP-funded projects. Sir is also a renowned teacher who guided 10 postgraduate and PhD scholars in his teaching career. Under his research area, Sir has published more than 117 research articles, 100 scientific and technical publications. The crown of initiating many innovative programs, including Atal Incubation Center at a cost of 10 crores, Green NDRI program, Herbal Green, Vermicompost, and many more, goes to Dr. K.P. Ramesh sir. We feel extremely proud to know that Sir had been honored with several awards. To name a few, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed Award by ICR New Delhi, Dr. G.B. Singh Memorial Award of Indian Society, Indira Gandhi Sadbhavana Gold Medal 2013, Best Veterinarian Award by Karnataka Veterinary Association, Best Zoologist Award, Fellowship Award of National Academy of Veterinary Sciences India. Apart from these, Sir is also a recipient of Malnad Mitra Award and Karuna Trust Award. Besides all these achievements, Sir is also a board member of Karnataka Veterinary, Animal and Fishery Science University, panel member on milk and milk products of FSSAI, Institute Management Committee of NRC Mithun, Nagaland. We feel extremely proud to say that Dr. K.P. Ramesh sir is constantly working in the field of dairy sciences with his utmost efforts, dedication, and hard work. It's a great pleasure for us and honor to have you as our keynote speaker in this webinar, sir. I once again welcome you. With the well-known thought of work hard in silence, let the success make the noise. I feel extremely pleasure to introduce one of the most esteemed personality, Dr. V.I. Bengi sir, Honorable former Vice Chancellor, UAS Dharwad, as our chairperson to this webinar. Sir is originally from Yadwad village, Gokak Taluk of Belgaum district, completed his undergraduate studies in GKVK US Bangalore and received master's and doctorate degree in the Department of Plant Pathology from US Dharwad. Sir has started his occupational career as manager in Kalburgi Gramina Bank. Later appointed as Assistant Director of Agriculture, serving in different capacities, focusing on transfer of technologies and popularizing gobar gas. Further, Sir has promoted as Associate Director of Extension, where he headed the Zonal Agricultural Research Station KBK, along with handling several well-known projects such as NATP and IPM. It's a proud moment to say that under his guidance and supervision, about 25 farmers has been awarded with Krishi Pandit Award and 2 farmers got ASPE awards. We feel extremely privileged to say that Sir has the credit of popularizing vermicompost technology in the villages along with converting 2 villages as completely organic. While heading the plant pathology department, Sir has set the example to showcase the department as farmers friendly and also helped the students with full-fledged facilities. Sir is recognized as well-known researcher and handled 5 different mega projects worth of 230 lakhs as a personal investigator. As Dean Agri, College of Agriculture, Hanumanmatti, Sir has completely turned zero-stage campus to fully fledged campus with his enormous hard work and dedication. Further, as Director of Extension, Sir had an eminent role in implementing IFS project, conducting several state-level workshops and farmers' interactive meets. While he was serving as a Director of Research, Sir had been a part of several research activities held at university and in sub-campuses. When Sir was appointed as Vice Chancellor, he worked day and night in all the activities of the university to uplift the university to a higher level. With his vast knowledge and experience of 36 years in teaching, research, and extension, Sir has guided 10 PhD scholars and 12 MSc students, along with publishing around 121 research papers. For his remarkable work in organic farming, Sir had been honored with Presidentship of Gulbarga District Organic Farmers Forum, where he has created huge awareness about IPM technologies. Presently, Sir is involved in answering the queries to the farmers in daily newspaper of Vijay Karnataka on every Monday. Sir has an enormous list of awards and recognition in his credit. I would like to mention a few. Best Agricultural Officer of Government of Karnataka, Best Extension Worker Award by UAS Dharwad. Sir has received Best Scientist Award by Karnataka Pradesha Krishika Samaja, Shrestha Agricultural Scientist by Rotary Club Hubballi, Best Achiever in the Field of Agriculture by Government of Karnataka. Sir has also been a fellow member of International Benevolent Research and Indian Phytopathological Society, New Delhi. Apart from all these awards, Sir is also honored with Lifetime Achievement Award 2017 at Nanyang Technological University, Singapore. Thus, we can proudly say that services rendered by Dr. V.I. Bengi sir are remarkable in the field of agriculture and been a role model for many farmers, research scholars, teachers, and students. It's a blissful moment for all of us to have you as a chairperson, sir. I once again welcome you, sir. Now, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce and welcome Dr. Mahesh Kumar, sir, who is a moderator of this webinar. Presently, Sir is a head of Dairy Engineering Department, Dairy Science College, Hebbal, Bengaluru. Sir holds doctorate degree in dairy engineering and also a awardee of gold medal. It's a pleasure that Sir has 11 years of vast experience in designing of mega milk and milk powder projects, honey and food processing and dairy processing plants. It's also a proud moment to say that Sir has rendered many engineering consultancy services to Dharwad Milk Union to establish 30 milk powder plant to Dhamul and liquid milk processing plants to Vimul. It is also important to note that Sir has a vital role in establishing many import substitutes along with food processing equipments. Sir is also an eminent teacher who guided the students with his 12 years of huge excellence in teaching dairy and food engineering courses. I am very glad to share before you all that the credit of establishment of World Class Skill Development Center and TBI is owned by Sir. Apart from research and training, Sir has organized several conferences, professional training programs, and summer schools. Here, I would also like to share that Sir has a two patents filed to his credit. Apart from all these achievements, Sir is also a life member of Indian Dairy Association, IDEA, and Association of Food Scientists and Technologists India. We are extremely proud to have such a delightful personalities in our research team of Sri Ramachandra Puramatha. I once again welcome you all, sir. Thank you one and all. Hare Rama.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಪಲ್ಲವಿ. ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ ಜಗದ್ಗುರು ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಘವೇಶ್ವರ ಭಾರತಿ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳವರು ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಅಂತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆಯ ನಂತರ ಆಶೀರ್ವಚನದ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. There is a small announcement. ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ ಜಗದ್ಗುರು ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಘವೇಶ್ವರ ಭಾರತಿ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ will be delivering his discourse after the vote of thanks. Now I invite Dr. Mahesh Kumar sir, the moderator for today's webinar, to take over. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon to all of you. With the divine blessings of Sri Sri Raghavendra Bharati Mahaswamiji of Sri Ramachandra Puramat, today's divine webinar has been organized on the topic Milk, the Complete Food, and it's a precious gift from nature to nurture. Today, a lot of discussion is going on about the milk. So people are talking A1 milk, people are saying A2 is better. In order to throw light on this topic, we have Dr. KP Ramesha sir, who is our teacher and is a director of NDRI Bengaluru, and he is a well-known personality in dairy field, and he will be giving complete overview about milk, A1 milk, A2 milk, what is so special about A2 milk, and he is also working on development of value addition to colostrum, and he is working very hard, and we are also associated with him. So he is trying to develop colostrum tablets. Am I right, sir? Ramesh sir? Maybe
Yes,
he is thinking.
yes.
Yeah, I think soon he is getting. I think since 3 days he was collecting colostrum from Udupi area. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, he is sending colostrum to produce colostrum powder into a tablet. So I'll not take much time because we have eminent speaker. So you'll talk at length about A1 milk, A2 milk. So what are the why A2 milk is better? What are the issues related to A1 milk? And so many things. So milk is a complete food. It's a gift given by the nature. So with this little introduction, I'll not take much time because I would like to leave more. I would like to leave more time to Dr. Ramesh sir and to our Benegi sir. Good afternoon. I would like to express my gratitude to today's chairman, Dr. V. I. Benegi sir. Good afternoon, sir. Benegi sir. Good afternoon. So now I request Dr. KP Ramesh sir to take over the session. And sir, you have about 60 minutes, so you can give complete overview. So thereafter, we will have 5 minutes discussion and we'll answer the questions because there are about 140, 150 attendees today. So over to you, sir. Dr. Ramesh, sir, please take over the session.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಹರೇ ರಾಮ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಘವೇಶ್ವರ ಭಾರತಿ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವರ ಚರಣಾರವಿಂದಗಳಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ನಮನಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಲು ನನಗೆ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಬೇರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದಿಂದಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವರು ಭಾಗಿಗಳು ಇರುವುದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಲು ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. PPT-ಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ with the divine blessings of Sri Raghaveshwara Bharati Swamiji. I will be today talking on milk, the complete food. I will be giving an overview of milk, what it contains, with different species of milk, and also its important in human health, and also A1 and A2, and what is the importance of indigenous cows milk, and why we should go for indigenous cows rearing. All these things I will be today sharing with you all the information. Today I will be talking on milk, the complete food. You all see the photograph on the left side, Mahatma Gandhi ji and Madan Mohan Malviya ji. Our institute, National Dairy Research Institute, was established in the year 1923 with the support of Maharaja of Mysore and Britishers. Maharaja of Mysore was very keen to conserve Amrut Mahal cattle, the most important native breed of Karnataka, which was used even in wars. Even in Second World War, these bulls were used, bullocks were used for carrying cannons and also in wars. And Britishers were very keen to have cheese. This institute came into existence. Many of you may not be knowing. I am seeing around 165 people in the list. Many of you may be knowing, some of you may not be knowing. NDRI is the only place in India where Mahatma Gandhi ji and Madan Mohan Malviya ji came every day for training for 15 days in the evening to acquaint with scientific dairy farming. Right side, I have put the photograph of indigenous cattle with the intention of indicating the importance of indigenous cattle. And in 1927, bottom I have put the photograph of signature of Gandhi ji. On the 1927, Gandhi ji completed his training. On that day, William Smith was our director. He wrote Barrister Sabarmati and asked Gandhi ji to sign. Gandhi ji cut it and wrote farmer, you can see Sabarmati, and on the left side they were signing at that time. After the date, Gandhi ji has signed in our visitors book. Till today we have preserved that. Now the livestock sector is a ray of hope. Fisheries and livestock sector has got enormous potential. That is the reason Government of India has started a separate department of fisheries and animal husbandry. It is a critical component of Indian agriculture, providing growth and sustainability to our Indian agriculture. In India is bestowed with large number of breeds. We have got 197 breeds of livestock and poultry, out of which 50 are cattle breeds. Many more have to be recognized as recognized breeds. 17 breeds of buffalo, 34 breeds of goat, 44 sheep, goat, horses and ponies, 10 breeds of pig, 3 breeds of donkey, and all we have got. Each one has got its own unique characteristics. Coming to the Indian agriculture as a larger picture, if you see, we had ship to mouth when we got independence. Today, India is having 17% of the world's population, but 11% of the livestock population. But we have got only 2.4% of the world's land area and 4.2% of the water. But our population is 17%, 11% livestock we have to sustain. Our contribution to GDP from the independence to today, it is reduced year by year. Now with the Honorable Prime Minister is doubling a farmer, he has given a call. We have to increase the contribution of agricultural GDP in the total GDP. Today, 13.7% only we are contributing to GDP. Our earning has to improve, export has to improve. With all these things, we have to increase the contribution to GDP. For that, it can happen through our livestock sector. Livestock sector is a kamadhenu. Cow is the only animal whose not only milk, its urine, dung, everything is highly useful to the mankind. Dung or vermicompost, whatever the format, panchagavya, everything, it is highly useful for nourishing this, not only animal or soil, it enriches the soil also. Biogas, it gives a fuel, energy source, many other utility. Vermicompost also you can see in our NDRI also we are offering training. I am extremely happy that Benegi sir has already popularized the vermicomposting technology in many areas. We have to look it as holistic way. Like cow is one thing which can help the mankind through many ways, including enriching the soil and helping us to grow the nutrient plant-based products also. If you see the dairy sector in comparison to developed countries and in India, our scale is small. In developed countries, large. When I was in Boston in USA, one of the farmer invited us. We were from 37 countries, participants were there at Harvard school, business school. At that time, he invited us and then we visited. He told, mine is a small farm. When we visited, he told, only 2,000 cows I have got. But in our country, we have got 2 cows, 3 cows commonly. And if I visit a farm, some farm with 500, it is, we feel as we are visiting a very big farm. But in a developed country, it is not so. And enterprises also, our needs are different. If it is milk in America or Israel, it is only for milk. Today, you may be knowing or may not be knowing the number of lactation is only 2.3 to 2.4 in most of the countries. After that, they go for other purpose. I don't want to mention here, you can understand. Enterprises in India is not only for milk, but also for agricultural operation, that is draft purpose, dung, many other utility. Objectives also, multiple objectives. Their objectives in developed countries only profit orientation. The day they are not profitable, they go somewhere else and they will be converted into nicely packed 1 kg packets and go into somewhere else for sale. But in our country, we treat cows as Gou Mata, and it is really Gou Mata. In a tropical country in India, it has got 4 stomach, rumen, reticulum, omasum, apomasum, which is the home to microbiome, which is very useful not only for the human health, its product, also for the soil health. And our marketing is informal. Mostly developed countries marketing is formal. They have to go for one product and go through it. Rajasthan, Kankraj breed, you can see this photograph also. In my own house, we bring the tree leaves and we put every day. Once in a month or 1.5 months, we clean it. Malnad Gidda cows has a childhood days of my days. I remember I used to take the cows for grazing, cattle and buffaloes for grazing. Morning 6 to 8:30, that is my duty to take them for grazing. Then only we used to run to the primary and high school. And right side you can see, we also used to make barani, which is a fuel source. And if you see the comparative growth, milk sector has done wonderfully well. Considering the base effect also, if you see 5% from the beginning, while agriculture sector as a whole 1.8% from independence, food grain production increased by around 1.2% from independence to today. Today, the milk sector is a shining sector. Milk, fish, egg, all these are shining sector. That is the reason today new ministry also has been formed. Milk, we are #1 producers. but it is mainly because the population is very high. I was going through certain literature where in Vijayanagar King's time, they were well known not only for gold, coins and other things, but also milk, ghee, butter, many other products also heavily available, and each person can get sufficient quantity. But in between, at the time of independence, during the Britishers period and Mughal period, our milk production per availability declined. And dung also, if you see, the value of output is 6.93%, and value of output from milk is more than wheat, paddy and sugarcane together. As on today, the value of milk alone is more than the value of paddy, wheat and sugarcane together. And coming to the livestock population, if you see, cattle account for 36.04% and buffaloes account for 20.5%, sheep among the livestock 13.8%, and goat 27.7%, pig 1.7%, and others, yak, mithun, etc. account for 0.2% among the livestock. Poultry are not taken. Livestock population, if you see, cattle population, it is almost same from 2007 to 2019. It was 2012, it was 199.08. It declined to 190.9 in 2012. Now again increased slightly, 193.46. Very slight, marginally it is declined. If you see the human population, how many folds we have increased. Gomalas also have been vanished in many parts of the country. That is one of the biggest challenge for dairy farming. If you want to have indigenous cattle for their grazing, fodderland, and Gomala is very, very essential. Similarly, buffalo population slightly increased from 2007 to 2019. If you see the total livestock population as on today in India, 2019 census, 536.76 million in the country, showing an increase of 4.8 over the previous census. A total bovine, that is cattle, buffalo population is 303.76 million. And one of the important thing here is female population, whether it is crossbred, indigenous, or exotic, it is increased, whereas the male population drastically it is reduced from 2012 to 2019. The crossbred population is increased to 51.36 million. Indigenous and non-descript cattle population also increased among the females, but there is a drastic decline of 6% among indigenous males and increase of females by 10%, whereas crossbred cattle and exotic 29.3% in 2019 as compared to 2012. But one contrasting thing, if you are analyze critically the government of India data itself, the crossbred population is increasing in newer areas, Assam, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, and many other parts of the country, but not that same rate in states like Haryana, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, which clearly indicates where the crossbreeding took place initially. There, the people are gradually realizing many farmers are going towards indigenous cattle also, along with buffaloes. Cattle population, if you see the trend over the years, not much increase, there is slight increase only. Total cattle population in India is 193.46 million. Out of the total cattle, 43.5% is indigenous cattle. It is huge population. That is the reason it is a priority sector. If you see the body weight of exotic cow or crossbred, it will not be less than 500 kgs, 400 to 500 minimum. Whereas our indigenous cattle, it will be around, there are breeds which varies from 80 kgs to 300 to 350 kgs cows body weight. Malnad Gidda, Malnad and coastal area, many of you belong to that area where the cow weighs only 80 to 120 kg. Day before yesterday, I was in Koila farm. There is one animal, it may be around 80 to 85. It has already given 5 cows. 5 cows. Similarly, if you see the indigenous and crossbred cattle population, there is a decline in total indigenous cattle population. Crossbred population is increasing. The rate of increase in the initial stages was very high. Now it is stagnating. We have moved from a milk deficit country in 1960s. Today, we are self-sufficient. We are able to provide 375 grams of milk per person per day. But distribution is not uniform because of financial conditions. Earlier, we used to call ship to mouth because we used to get milk powder from European Union and many other countries. Today, we have got self-sufficiency. Good stock of milk powder is available in our country. Even during the COVID period, milk sector is the one thing which was able to provide funds to the farmers. Only in few states, there is some problem, decrease in the milk production. Again, we are able to cope up. But this is the sector which has given everyday money to the farmer. This trend in milk production, if you see, it is increasing over the years. Even among the indigenous cattle, we have moved up to 3.01 kg as on today per animal per day. Crossbreds, many of you may be thinking, particularly those who are living in cities, Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay, Hyderabad, they think crossbreds means 30 kg, 40 kg, but it is not the fact. Even today, if you see the central government data, it is only 7.9 kgs crossbreds are producing per animal, per cow, per day. And their body weight is also more. Their feed requirement is more as compared to indigenous cows. If you give proper nutrition, proper management, proper care, these cows produce same quantity almost per kg body weight, which we can call as amruta. It is a milk which contains a lot of nutrients, which I will be talking in the due course. Milk production per capita availability, if you see in India today, we are per capita availability is 375 grams per day per person, and even milk production also, we are 187.5 million metric tons of milk we are producing. There is a tremendous improvement it has happened due to increase in milk production from both cattle, buffalo, crossbred cattle, everything. Today, we are contributing around 21.5% to the world's milk production. If you see current scenario, cows are a source of livelihood security when crops fail, livestock sustain, particularly indigenous cows and small ruminants like sheep and goat. When there is a drought, because their basal metabolic rate is very, very low, that is the reason they are able to sustain. When you have exotic cows, their basal metabolic rate is very high. As long as you are able to provide food every day, proper food and nutrition management, everything they good yield. But the day you are not able to provide, reproduction is a luxury. That is the reason reproduction will be affected and you will not be able to get the animal conceived. I mean, that is what has happened in Bidar, Gulbarga area when I studied. The only animals present in that area, after the drought is over, when green fodder started coming, all these animals conceived, the only animals, whereas the crossbreds and HF cows, they turned towards Al Kabir in Hyderabad. Today, we are stray cattle is a menace in many states. People think it is only indigenous cattle. It is not true. Exotic cows also, crossbreds also, they are economical up to 4th or 5th lactation maximum. After 5th lactation, they become uneconomical. Then they live on the streets. It is very well seen in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, and many other states. And we have got 50 breeds spread across different parts. Each breed has got uniqueness. It is suitable for a particular area. For example, Krishna Valley, which is a breed found in Sangli region, Bagalkot area in Karnataka. Today it is declined and it is in a critical stage, mainly because its hoof is soft. It is highly suitable for black cotton soil. When we were growing cotton, they were very suitable. They were able to work for long, slowly, but they are heavy animals. Black cotton soil retains water for long, but they are stingy, so energy is required. They are big animals, they were used. Similarly, Mongol animals, but because of soft wood, which is not suitable for other areas, their number declined. Today, that cotton has been replaced with sugarcane. That is the reason they are not suitable, so they reduced. And different breeds are suitable to different areas. For example, Sahiwal, it is found in Punjab, other areas, Red Sindhi, Tar Parkar, Gir, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan area. It is found. So each breed has got its own uniqueness. Tar Parkar, there is one breed by name Tar Parkar, which can graze at 50 to 52 degrees also very well. And they sweat like human beings. That is the reason they can adapt very well to tropical climate. These are the milch breeds, gear many people have brought, but only thing is, as long as we have to give them very good feed and nutrition, they also require good management practices. If you don't give, then there will be consumption problem. Same thing will not happen in case of Malnad Gidaf or any. Sahiwal, it is found in Punjab as well as in Pakistan area. It is also a very good milch breed. Tar Parkar, this one many people have brought. Another breed is Rati. Many people, I also advise Rati because it is available in Rajasthan, Gujarat for around 40 to 50,000 very good animals. Sahiwal, if you go, it will cost not less than 80,000 rupees. Gir also quite expensive. So Rati also gives around equal milk, around 1,500 kgs. Sahiwal gives around 2,500 kg in a lactation of 305 days. Per day, around 10 to 12 kgs average we get in our state. These are the dual purpose breeds. That means they are suitable for not only milk, but also for work purpose. Kankraj, Guruji, with the blessings of Raghaveshwara Bharati Swamiji, many persons brought Gir, Sahiwal, as well as Kankraj cattle. Kankraj also, they are good yielders. They are also give many animals give very good milk, but their body size is more. Feed requirement is also more. Ongol, Bidar area, and also Andhra Pradesh. It is mainly Ongol is a breed from Andhra Pradesh. Earlier milk supply to Chennai region. Earlier Madras province used to be from Ongol cows. Dioni cows, even in NDRI we have got Balankia, Vanera, Vagaya. Three varieties of Dioni cattle are found normally. We have got today. We have got draft breeds also, which are mainly suitable for draft purpose. Killar cows are there, and Hallikar, which is one of the most important breed of Karnataka. We have got around 21 lakhs cattle of Hallikar and Red Kandari. You can see Killar, everything is there. Another variety, dwarf breeds. These are very, very important. I will be touching on this topic, dwarf breeds. You see, both are adult animals. I am standing, their body weight. Malnad Gidda bulls weigh around 120 to 150, whereas HF crossbred bull, they are of same age. They are all semen donating. They are this HF bull weighs around 600 to 800 kgs. Malnad Gidda cow, Pongunur cow, Vechur cow. These dwarf animals' milk is comparable to goat milk or human milk with in respect of lactoferrin content. Human milk contains very high content of lactoferrin, which is very, very important for brain development and immunomodulation, and also helpful in antimicrobial and antiviral property. Also, it has got Malnad Gidda cows. These dwarf cows' milk has got high content of lactoferrin. In Malnad Gidda, around 250 to 300 microgram, and which is very, very essential for brain development. Whereas in buffaloes, it is around 30 micrograms. Even in crossbirds, it is 30 to 50 microgram. And in case of humans, it has got very high. Every person, his son or daughter, wants to be a bright, intelligent child. For that, we have to provide nutrition for the neuron development. Breast milk is the best thing, which has got very high lactoferrin. If it is not available, it is the cow's milk, particularly dwarf cows or goat milk, which has got very high lactoferrin content. Today, 46% of the milk produced is consumed locally, and only 10.3% is handled by organized cooperative sector, 35.5% is handled by unorganized sector, 10.2% is organized private sector. Value wise also, I told already, milk contribution is 5,49,587 crores in 15-16. Today it is more than 6.5 lakh crores. And it is more than wheat, paddy, sugarcane together. And percentage share of different species, 49% milk comes from buffaloes, 26% from crossbred cows, 10% from indigenous cows, 11% from non-descript desi cows, totally 21% comes from indigenous cows, and this 3% comes from goat milk. Average production per day per animal over the years, there is an increase in both. Crossbreds give only 7.95, but city people, many of us have got an impression that crossbreds means they give 20 kgs, 30 kgs. Average is only 7.95 kg per day per cow. Indigenous cows is 3.01. This is goat, buffalo is 5.62. And today, scenario is changing. Increasing adoption of mechanization is happening. Increase in larger herds over fewer farms. Shift from earlier, we were not having milk. We are not much bothered about quality, but quantity was the most important. Today, we have got self-sufficiency in India. Quality is gaining much and much emphasis, increased emphasis for clean milk production. Somatic cell count is very, very important. European Union, it is 2 lakhs. In our indigenous cows, naturally they have got 1 to 2 lakhs, or sometimes less, 50,000, 60,000. Whereas in crossbreds in Kolar, Bangalore, rural areas, many cows give 5 to 6 lakhs per ml of milk somatic cell count it contains. That is one of the reasons we are not able to export to our milk to European Union, America, and developed countries. There is a need. Many people are showing interest towards organic milk and also A2 milk. These issues I will be dealing little later. Milk is a complete food. It is nutritional virtues, if you see. And now I gave an introduction about indigenous cows, breeds, everything. Now I will come to the complete food, milk. Nature's nearly perfect food is milk. It is a well-balanced, nourishing diet. It has got vital nutrients, proteins for body growth and immunity, fat and lactose for energy, minerals for bone growth, metabolic process, vitamin for health, positive benefits for health, preventive as well as curative effect. It has got natural health food and functional food. If you see the constituents of milk, major and minor also very, very important. Everybody knows milk contains water, around 83 to 84%, and on average, milk contains liquid, protein, carbohydrate, minerals. But minor are also very, very important. All fat-soluble vitamins are there, A, D, E, K. Pigments are very, very important. Enzymes. Dissolved gases are there, miscellaneous compounds like immunoglobulin, lactoferrin, lysozyme, they are very, very important. If you see, it is a perfect food secreted by mammal for nourishment of young one. Milk contains all compounds. Grass composition, if you see, breed to breed as well as species to species, there is a variation. If you see fat content, human has got less fat, 3 to 3 point. As milk also 3.5 to more. For goat milk 4 to 4.5. Cow's milk 3 to 4.5, whereas buffalo milk has got around 7 to 8.5% fat. That is the reason it gives high energy. Protein is very, very important for muscle growth. As comparison, I have given lactose for energy. As minerals also very, very important. Because of paucity of time, I will not be going into the details. Milk protein with most of essential amino acids which are required for growth. It is very, very essential. Protein hydrolysate milk to prevent allergy because of beta-lactoglobulin in some cases. Whey protein concentrate helps in muscle growth. Lactose hydrolyzed milk to prevent lactose intolerance is also used. Casein phosphopeptides for higher absorption of calcium and to strengthen bone. Today, after sitting in long office and all, calcium and vitamin D3, many people take tablet, but milk is a very good source of calcium. Milk and milk product, flavor, texture, it gives delicious and digestive, helpful, nutritive, health promoting, a source of food and medicine also. It prevent and it helps to prevent many diseases. Wide variety and vast choice. quality and safety, we have to take quality. Adulteration is a problem today. Indispensable food in well-balanced diet for all, particularly for vegetarians. And milk product, if you see, colostrum, we were studying between exotic cows, buffaloes, and indigenous cows. Colostrum, what is the difference? Krishnamurti from Mutt, he showed a lot of interest. So we started that one in collaboration with Mutt. We are studying on that. Immunoglobulin, it contains very high lactoferrin and beta carotene. Beta carotene is very, very essential for eye function. And milk, fat, protein, vitamins it contains. Product, ghee has got a laxative effect. Cheese, it is useful for some fermented and probiotic, prebiotic cheese are also available. Fermented milk like dahi is very, very useful. Lactic probiotic, I will be talking about these functions little later. It has got immunomodulatory function milk, antimicrobial substances like lactoferrin, it contains antioxidant, anti-carcinogenic, opioid, hypertensive, anti-hypertensive peptides are there, mineral absorption, weight reducing. There is a misconception, it increases weight, fat, but the fat in milk is helpful for reducing the body weight. And probiotic dairy product, dairy foods, it is very good source of probiotics, which helps for the growth of the buffering action it has got. Cold chain is requirement, integral part of the diet and considered as healthy. Many bacteria, beneficial bacteria are there. And beta carotene is an antioxidant and also very, very essential for eye health. Tocopherol is also antioxidant. Conjugated linoleic acid, I will be talking on a little later on many aspects of conjugated. It has got anti-carcinogenic, reduces abdominal fat, lowers insulin resistance, that is anti-diabetic property, and enhances immune system. Short chain and medium chain fatty acids are more in case of milk. Saturated fatty acids are more, which are beneficial to human body. If you see, nutrition profile of milk is impressive. Just 1 cup of milk of 244 grams of whole cow's milk contains 146 grams of, 146 calories of energy, protein 8 grams, fat 8 grams, calcium 28% of the daily requirement is met. Calcium also we suffer a lot. Vitamin D, it has got 24%. That is the reason milk is not only for children and old age people, but also for youngsters also. Riboflavin, B2, B12, potassium, phosphorus, selenium are very well contained in milk. Includes proteins and its derivatives, lactose and its derivatives like lactulose, galacto oligosaccharides, minerals and other components are highly beneficial. Bioactive peptides from milk and milk products have shown clinical beneficial effect even in life-threatening diseases. And excellent milk proteins are excellent quality and complete protein. Essential amino acids are present, sulfur-containing amino acid, cysteine and all are available in large quantity, essential in diets of vegetarian. Mineral absorption, it helps. Immune function, antimicrobial property, anti-carcinogenic property. And caseins, there are 2 types of milk protein. One is caseins, another is whey proteins. Caseins, alpha S1 casein, alpha S2 casein, beta casein, A1, A2 comes in beta casein, kappa casein, beta lactoglobulin, alpha lactoalbumin, immunoglobulin, very, very important. Colostrum contains very, very high amount of immunoglobulin, which are beneficial for increasing the immune. And minor proteins also very, very important. For example, lactoferrin. This is very important for neuron development, which is essential for brain development. Lactose peroxidase, lysozyme, serum albumin, protein peptone, each one has got its own beneficial property. If you see the amino acid, glycine, glutamic acid, alanine, taurine is also very essential for immuno, even in reproduction, whenever problem is there, even cows also, many people use taurine for the treatment. It is a naturally occurring milk contains, which is highly beneficial. Bioactive peptides from milk. Bioactive peptides are constituents of primary amino acid sequence buried inside the complex structure, generated in vivo through gastrointestinal proteases. Cow buffaloes has got rumen, possesses hormone-like properties and influences many physiological functions, produced in vitro by enzymatic hydrolysis and fermentation. Influence multifunctional biological process, many behavior, gastrointestinal, immunological, neurological, many benefit it has got. Bioactive peptides are the specific protein fragment that found in not only in milk but others also, but it is found in large numbers in milk. Bioactive peptide usually contain 3 to 20 amino acid residues. At present, milk protein, casein and whey protein contain more than 200 bioactive peptides, many of which are beneficial for hypertensive property, which is useful to reduce BP. Milk bioactive peptides influence multifunctional process, gastrointestinal function, immune function, neurological and nutritional responses they have got. And many bioactive peptides have been found from milk. Bioactive peptides, opioid, it is essential. It is also helpful for sleep. That is one of the reasons many of our persons used to take milk just before sleeping with turmeric as well as milk. Milk contains many bioactive peptides which helps for absorption of immunologically important compounds and antimicrobial substances. Antihypertensive peptides, antibiotic type of action, lactoferrin, probiotic, prebiotic, antithrombotic, and immunomodulation, mineral binding, mineral absorption, it helps. And milk contains bioactive peptides, which helps in many activities. I don't have time to go into the details, but whey proteins are also rich in essential amino acids like lysine, sulfur-containing cysteine. Whey protein hydrolysates are found in aid in digestion and absorption also. Besides its high nutritional value, the whey protein peptides have shown to have ACE inhibitory activity. One of our scientists, Dr. Satish Kumar, has taken a project on this because it reduces the heart rate and also blood pressure, which is more in indigenous cows. And bioactive peptides, many are there in casein, and these pharmacological functions, if you see bioactive peptides, many students are there. That is the reason I have put milk contains anti-hypertensive, which can reduce the BP and normalize, antioxidative, which is very, very essential for many functions, including eye function, antithrombotic, and hypocholesterolemic. Cholesterol level will increase. It is a myth. Opioid property, mineral binding property, milk has got anti-appetizing. That is the reason it will not increase the body weight. Milk fat will help in reducing the body weight. I will come how it does biologically and other things. Antimicrobial, lactoferrin and all, immunomodulatory, cytomodulatory function, agonist activity, antagonistic activity it has got. It helps in nervous system. Lactoferrin is very essential for neuron development, digestive system, immune system, and these top first four are very, very useful for cardiovascular system. Lactose is a characteristic milk sugar. It promotes mineral absorption, calcium, magnesium, and also phosphorus. Calcium phosphorus ratio is very, very important. It is 1:1 in case of indigenous cattle, which is very, very important. And it is low glycemic intakes, lactose. Lactose soluble fiber it provides, and many advantages it has got. Milk fat gives the appearance, flavor, taste, texture, ghee. Even if you put half spoon, it gives it flavor. That is very, very important, and influences satiety, that is satisfaction. So food intake reduces automatically, but quality food one intakes. Source of energy, essential fatty acid, fat soluble vitamin, that is A, D, E, K vitamins, health promoting components, unique fatty acid composition, 400 types, more than 400 types are there, which helps for easy digestion and absorption, instant energy. And one more thing, fatty acid profile of milk fat, it contains large amount of short chain fatty acid, medium chain fatty acid, 42% long chain fatty acid, which is beneficial, and unsaturated fatty acid, polyunsaturated. I'll come little next slide. You see, saturated in case of milk is 67%, which is doesn't have any problem to heart or any organ. It is metabolized in liver and gives quick energy. It is beneficial. Only unsaturated is only 33% in milk fat. Out of that, monounsaturated is 23%. And polyunsaturated is 4%. Negative influence on total and LDL cholesterol. Positive influence on high HDL cholesterol. I'll come back to after one slide. Again, if you see fatty acid group in different species, I have put it. Some species it is beneficial for certain conditions with that intention. Cholesterol, mg in 100 ml of milk, cow's milk 12 to 31, buffalo milk 6.5 to 16 cholesterol content. In horse it is less, 5 to 10, donkey 9 to 29. Similarly, CLA is very, very conjugated linoleic acid is very important for heart health, good health. So, which is quite high in milk, particularly indigenous cow's milk. Milk fat, richest natural source of conjugated linoleic acid, CLA content. Major CLA in milk fat are rumenic acid and biologically active isomer. CLA benefits anti-carcinogenic property. It has got anti-diabetic property, bone formation, anti-atherosclerotic property, immunomodulation property. Saturated fatty acids are around 67%. Wide range, short, medium, long chain, branched are there. They work as a peddling property, delicate organs. Between the organs, they work as a peddling property, carriers of fat, soluble vitamins, A, D, E, K. They play a very, very important role, not only in eyesight, E, vitamin E, reproduction. For all these things, carrying milk fat is helpful. Unsaturated fatty acids, only 35% milk. Out of that, conjugated, non-conjugated, trans fatty acids are there, which are beneficial. Short and medium chain fatty acid, 25% of the total fatty acids in milk. They are present unique to milk, not transferred to the adipose tissue. That is the reason fat deposition will not take by milk fat taking. Absorbed via portal system into the liver, metabolized by the liver for quick energy. This energy is not very high. And biohydrogenation of polyunsaturated fatty acids it takes place in the rumen. The US FDA threshold 0.5 grams, we are not reaching that level. 3% of the total milk fat is that one, and 0.22 gram per serving of 240 ml. So trans fatty acids of milk, no evidence of harmful effect. Predominant trans fatty acid is vaccinic acid. It is converted into conjugated linoleic acid, which is highly helpful for heart and other organs. Milk minerals, if you see, it has got a rich source of calcium. For vegetarians, this is one of the main source of calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium. Trace elements like zinc. Zinc is also very, very important for reproduction. Calcium, milk, an excellent source. 120 mg per 100 ml of milk we get easily absorbed this calcium. Calcium phosphorus ratio is approximately 1:1 in indigenous. And if you want to get 800 milligram, which is recommended requirement for day for a human being, you can get that one from 660 ml of milk. If you consume morning, afternoon, and before sleeping 1 cup of milk, you will get the required quantity of calcium. Or you have to consume 6 kg of meat, 6 kg of tomato, or 30 eggs we have to consume per day, which is not possible. Milk is a very good source. And milk minerals, if you see, potassium also, what is the level? Donkey milk today, many people are donkey, camel, goat milk also gaining importance. Milk of dwarf animals like Malnad Gida, Ponganur, Vechur, these animals' milk is nearer to goat milk. That is the reason they have got lower fat. And one more advantage is fat globule size in case of Malnad Gidda cows are dwarf cows, goat is small. That is the reason they are more helpful. Similarly, vitamins, they have got 12 water-soluble vitamins, 4 fat-soluble vitamins. All 4 are there. Excellent source of vitamin A milk, which is very, very essential for eye, particularly those who are working on computers for long. Eye is very, very important. Eye irritation and everything starts. For that, it contains milk is one of the rich source of vitamin A, E, vitamin B12. For ladies, many the ladies show the symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency. It is a very milk, but milk is a very good source of vitamin B12. Dietary cholesterol has little influence on plasma cholesterol. Earlier, some of the newspaper articles and cholesterol level increases by milk, but there is no proof. Milk fat is not a rich source of cholesterol. All the saturated fatty acid, that is 67% of they are not increases cholesterol. And also, I have already told about this because of time. It should not be blamed. Milk, in the light of the above justification, blaming milk or dairy product is not justified. And milk source of dietary cholesterol, if you see milk 12 mg per 100 ml, ghee 3 mg per gram, butter 2.5 mg per milligram per gram. Our consumption, how many spoons of ghee you will take in a day, all these things if you add, it is not going to create any problem unless you are taking too much. 300 mg of threshold in daily dietary cholesterol intake. 2.5 liter of milk one can take, 150 gram of butter, 100 grams of ghee, 1.5 eggs. This if you take also, it will not. More than this, hardly anybody takes. Milk and fermented milk product, hypocholesterolemic effect, short chain fatty acids are beneficial. Mono unsaturated fatty acids are also beneficial. Calcium, promote cardiac health. CLA is very, very important. Calcium and biopeptides help in cardiac health. Milk of different species, variable concentration of oligosaccharides, they are also helpful for the human health. Effect of fatty acids on blood cholesterol, if you see, change in the blood plasma cholesterol and the individual fatty acids, I have seen how it happens, trans and all, whichever is higher in milk, they are reducing. So it is a myth to say that cholesterol level increases by consumption of milk. Cholesterol in various foods, cow milk has got 12 mg per 100 gram, buffalo milk 20, buffalo has got slightly more. If you see meat 70 to 90 milligram per 100 gram. That means if you want to avoid cholesterol, first thing you have to leave is meat. Fish liver oil also contains very high, but you consume very less. 1 kg of beef production takes around 16 to 18,000 liter of water. If a kg of paddy or a milk takes around 1,200 to 1,800 liters of water. So if you want to climate change era, if you want to save water, then you should go for tuber crops, which takes very, very less water, and also milk, paddy and all. Meat is the last resort. Milk lipids, average diameter of milk fat globules varies depending on the species. Malnad Gidda fat globule, milk fat globule is very small, like goat fat globule. That is the reason it is much more beneficial. Buffalo milk fat globule size is quite bigger. Camel and goat milk at globules do not naturally aggregate because on cooling, because they don't have agglutinin. Variation in TGL content, that is total lipid content, are also there. I don't have much time. That is the reason. Can I take another 10 more minutes, sir? Benigi, sir? But at the same time, short chain fatty acid, ruminant milk contains a much higher percentage.
You can take, sir, please.
Okay. Variation in CLA content, conjugated linoleic acid, ruminant has got, ruminant means rumen should be there. 4 stomach, rumen, reticulum, omasum, apomasum. They have got high conjugated linoleic acid. That is the reason they are much more beneficial for the cardiac health, that is heart health. And phospholipid is more in horse and donkey milk. That is the reason phospholipid wherever required, some condition they recommend that one. Butyric acid is absent in horse milk. And milk and hypertension, I will come to the certain diseases also where it is helpful. Consumption of milk reduces the risk of hypertension. BP is a major problem in city traffic and other problems. So milk consumption is highly helpful, because scientific reason behind this is constituents of milk reducing hypertension are calcium, which is very high, potassium, magnesium, casein, whey proteins, and biopeptides, which are helpful. Next is dairy foods and cancer. Fat consumption was believed to be associated with cancer. Some literature came up afterwards. Many research have been conducted. It has been proved. For total energy intake is more associated with tumor development. Fat intake has no association. Milk anti-carcinogenic. Epidemiological studies, animal studies, clinical studies, and in vitro studies have proven. Anti-cancer agents present in milk and milk product are CLA, butyric acid, ether lipid, beta carotene, casein, sphingolipids, branched chain fatty acid, vitamins, whey protein peptides, biopeptides. These are helpful to control certain types of cancer, anti-carcinogenic properties. Novel components introduced from feed also come through the milk. For example, now recently we have started feeding certain plant extract. For example, moringa, you all know, drumstick. We dry the leaves and feed that one known quantity to the cows. Whatever the metabolites come through the milk we are studying, it gives many metabolites which are highly useful for the human health. And dairy foods and osteoporosis, old age, low bone mass, many ladies also, elderly ladies, this problem arises. Fragile bones, prone for fracture and other things, deterioration of bone tissue, hereditary, age, gender, lifestyle, diet, all these things are causes. But milk is highly useful for such conditions also. Important source of calcium and vitamin D3. Whenever you have bone problem, normally any orthopedician gives these things. And but milk, natural source of calcium, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, vitamin B12, zinc, and protein reduce the risk of osteoporosis. Milk, calcium, and phosphorus helps in remineralization of the enamel. Dental caries, dairy foods and dental caries, milk is highly useful. Caseins and whey protein reduces enamel demineralization, enhance remineralization. That means enamel, gum health, and dental health. It is very, very useful. Lactoferrin, lysozyme, lactoperoxidase, kappa casein present in milk inhibit plague bacteria. It reduces the bacterial count. Milk lipid, protective coating on enamel surfaces. Free fatty acids also have got antimicrobial effect. Dairy foods and obesity. There is a myth in if you consume milk or milk product, it increases body weight. Is wrong. Consumption of milk and milk product in a at desirable level has got inverse relationship between dairy food intake and unwarranted weight gain or obesity. Short and medium chain fatty acid, lower energy value, not transported to the adipose tissue. That is the reason they don't accumulate stomach fat and all. Absorbed via portal system into the liver, so it is converted into energy. It gives immediate energy. Metabolized for quick energy. Calcium in milk balances the available energy and energy utilization, increases the satisfaction, reduces absorption of fatty acids, increased energy utilization. Milk fat stimulates cholesterol-stockinin satiety hormone. And coming back to the indigenous cows, why we should go for indigenous casein type? Indigenous cows, human milk, goat milk, buffalo milk always produce A2 type of milk, A2 casein. In case of exotic and like HF, Jersey, certain percentage, 30 to 40% depending on the country, they produce milk with A1 type casein. A1 and A2 difference also I will be telling later. In case of A1, it is histidine is present amino acid. In A2, it is proline. CLA content is very high in case of indigenous cow's milk, which is very good for cardiac health. Saturated fat is low, good for health. Unsaturated, everything, omega-3 and 6 ratio, it is almost 1:1. Calcium, phosphorus, and also omega-3, omega-6. That is also very, very important. Carotenoids, very good, important for eye health. That is also high in indigenous. If they go for grazing, that will be very, very useful and increases vitamin D. If you leave indigenous cows, exotic cows looks for shade, goes below the tree or where shelter is available. Whereas our indigenous cows, they go for grazing or where sunshine is there. That means they give very high vitamin D precursors. Antibiotic residues are very low. Only in case of mastitis, where it is crossbirds and exotic cows, it is very high in tropical climatic countries. So mastitis, antibiotic treatment is very high. Somatic cell count should be low. It is very ideal in the indigenous cows, very, very low. Lactoferrin, brain development, neuron development, it is a immunity booster and also antimicrobial substance, antiviral substance that is very highly present. And this is an article I have published recently in Omics journal. We could find many unique protein in Malnad Gidda cattle. This is the various product I have listed. So many indigenous dairy products available in our country. I listed what are the product, what it contains, where it is useful. You see, Assam, if you go, Arunachal Pradesh, if you go, there you take churpi, yak milk made, or Himachal Pradesh, yak. I have written a book on yak also, where I worked for 5 years. It contains many peptides which are highly useful. It is patented. Some of the peptides have been already patented. And potential health benefits of camel milk. Today morning, some persons asked, that is the reason I have put this slide. Valine alanine in camel might be responsible for this anti-diabetic properties. It is highly, many people use camel milk, those who are suffering from diabetes. It reduces the level of insulin. This clinical reports are also there. Similarly, minerals are also there. Antioxidant property of camel milk. Donkey milk, certain health benefit it has got. The glycemic index is very low. It is near to human milk. Lysozyme, peroxidase, lactoferrin are quite high. And coming to A1 and A2 milk, that is nothing but at casein level. And the casein at 67th position, sorry, it is CCT in case of A2 milk, that gives amino acid proline. In case of A1 milk, CAT, only C to A change is there, one amino acid changes. Proline, it will be there. In case of A2, histidine. Histidine means attachment is like this. Proline means attachment will be like this. It is tightly attached. It will not break in the intestine. A2 is there. A1 is there means it breaks and forms a compound, opioid compound, beta-casomorphin 7. A1, A2, A3, B are different types are there, but only thing is commonly found in cattle is A1 and A2 cases. And in case of A2, proline will be there here. In case of A1, it is histidine. It breaks easily and it forms a molecule known as beta-casomorphin 7. It is blamed. It is known to reported to have certain problematic effect. It is like opioid. In case of certain reports are there, if it is given, A1 milk is given, instead of child sleeping, it will start crying, it sleep. A2 milk, because of A2 milk means no problem. A1 is likely to cause, that is has been proved in animals and monkey trials. Certain scientists say no problem, but majority of the articles say various reports, A1 is likely to create problem. That is the reason there is a A2 corporation. They supply A2 milk only, specifically child, and this is, if at all problem, it is likely to happen in young children and also old aged people are those who are suffering from chronic diseases. Then what happens? This has to, even BCM7 is formed in our stomach. It has to enter into the blood-brain barrier. Then only it will create problems. So blood-brain barrier, when it enters, when there is a pore size increases in our absorption center intestine. This happens, children, it is not a developed pore size will be there, old age people and also certain diseases. So A1 has been blamed for sudden infant health syndrome, atherosclerosis, type 1 diabetes, schizophrenia, ischemic heart disease. At the same time, certain reports say it is not harmful. But contradictory reports are there, but many reports say it has got predisposes for certain diseases. In Netherlands, they sell A2 milk separately, and worldwide now A2 milk is sold, and America also it is sold at a very premium price. A2 milk in our country also, you see A2 milk is sold at a higher price, premium price. Even A2 ghee, ghee doesn't contain protein, but even then it is labeled as A2 ghee, but it should be labeled as Deshi cow ghee, only it cannot. But the problem with the today is we don't have cow side test to distinguish between A1 and A2, including my lab. What we do is based on PCR technology, or PCR RFLP or RT-PCR technique. All these technique we use, which is expensive. Each and every farmer cannot do. The need of the hour is to develop technology to distinguish between A1 and A2. We are attempting for that. And after knowing all the beneficial effect of indigenous cows, if you want to go for indigenous cow based farming, then what are the breeds? It is there is a premium market, everything is there, but at the same time, price of the indigenous cows are quite high. Today, there is a need for developing our own breeds. There is a possibility of increasing. Our productivity is very low, but quality of milk is very good. Our indigenous cows produce amruta. We have to increase their productivity. For that, we have to make our various routes, we have to improve. For example, Malnad Gidda is there, suitable breeds. Yeah, for Karnataka, if you say, Gioni, Rati, Gir animals are suitable for dry zones, even Tarparkar, Sahiwal. But Sahiwal is very, very costly, now getting pure. That is the reason I put these things. Gir, the problem is, for big farmers who are able to feed them well, there is no problem. But if there is a problem with feeding, then there will be reproductive problems. And various schemes of Government of India have taken up Rashtriya Gokul Mission, National Mission on Bovine Productivity, Dairy Processing and Infrastructure Development Fund, National Livestock Mission, Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development. Through this, they are trying to enhance the availability of elite indigenous cows also. Traceability is another issue. Reproductive biotechnologies have been used to produce elite bulls. Semen is one of the most important things so that we can improve productivity. This is from photograph from NDRA Karnal through embryo transfer produced cows from this cow. This is a Gioni cow we have got, which is in Bidar Gulbarga area. This is a dual purpose breed. Rati, many persons have brought. This also gives good milk yield. Gir, I have already told. And many special characteristics of indigenous cattle. Adaptability and survey and low input regime. BMR, basal metabolic rate, is low, and fat globule size I already told. And diseases, for example, theriasis, indigenous cows, very, very rare. They don't get tick-borne diseases. Foot and mouth also quite less in indigenous cows. And low production cost, but indigenous cows production cost is high, mainly because low production cost as compared to worldwide. Different countries I have put. India is least, but indigenous cows, because of milk productivity is low, cost is more. So that is the reason we have to get premium price. Presently, we are facing the problem to failure to match the genetic resources to the production environment. A cow which is suitable for Punjab may not be suitable for Karnataka or Malnad area where up and downs are there. Then it will not be suitable. So we have to match the genetic resources to the environment. Wide resource base is analogous to taking out insurance against an undefined need in the future. So we have to conserve. Livestock biodiversity is highly useful to tackle unforeseen situation, including climate change. You see, in summer season, milk production in crossbred goes down, mainly because they respire through mouth, panting, that is known as panting. In case of indigenous cows, they sweat like human beings because their size of the sweat gland is double and number is also more. We have to climate change, these new diseases. You see, this animal, Tharparkar cow, which is sweating like human beings. It is 52, 53 degrees. Rajasthan, I have taken this photograph. Many of our indigenous cows, they are very easily survive even at 50 degrees. Tharparkar, 49, 50 degrees. But exotic cows, we have to maintain 24, 25 degree centigrade temperature. If it goes up, then temperature goes up means milk production comes down. HF crossbreds, this is taken from Haryana. You see, they are spraying summer water spraying. And climate change first positive for India. Overseas demand for indigenous cattle rises. These are articles appeared. I have taken gold also. A small quantity of how it comes and other things. There are controversy. Our cows, their reproductive efficiency is very, very high. Nagi, this wonder cow in Sagar area near, it has given now 22 cows in 27 years. This is the why it is happening. I studied, and semen itself, semen proteomics, if you study, Dr. Keshav Prasad also has joined. We, myself and Dr. Keshav Prasad group from Enopaya University, we studied. We could identify peptides, proteins, various proteins which are related to fertility, how they differ, how they work. Semen photo also I have put. This is from Malnad Gidda. We have to enhance productivity of indigenous cattle. For that, we have to improve through genetic root breeding, providing good nutrition. Whenever a feed is not there, we always give to, if somebody keeps crossbred and deshi cows, he always gives to exotic cows, deshi cows. Even if you don't give one day, nothing will happen, sir, they will survive. That is the general answer, but it is not true. If you don't give, they may not show sign, but reproduction affects. But only thing is they come back to normal. And dairy farming with indigenous cows is also profitable if you get good, if you can sell at a higher price. There is a demand, we have to utilize that. And this is the Indian breeds abroad. Ongol, this is the Ongol bull which won the prize. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru is holding this one. This was taken to Brazil today. Most of the Brazilian cows are related to this, and also Gir cow taken from India. Today, world's best Gir cows are found in Brazil, not in India. But the reason is many things are there, the nutrition, the way we rear. But even today, Bansi Goshala and many other Goshalas, if you go, we can find 30 to 35 kg per day giving good Gir cows even today. We can go with Saiwal, Gir, Rati, Red Sindhi, Tharparkar milk purpose. Some areas, Gioni, Gallo, Haryana, Kankraj, Mewati, Mongol, these are dual purpose. They can also give good milk. And we have to grading up, that means cross them with our own indigenous cows, nondescript animals, improve milk production. And we have to breed the best to the best to improve the next generation. And we have to select the sire, that is most important. Even bull exchange program will also help. And IVF, and this one, sperm and embryo we can store. We have got semen of in liquid nitrogen containers, Halikar, Kilar, many breeds, Krishna Valley, today it is available. Embryo bank, semen, how it looks. And today, Atal Incubation Center has been given to NDRI, Niti Aayog to improve indigenous cattle. These breeds we are targeting to produce young ones and give. And embryo transfer, you see, these cows have been born through embryo transfer. This cow, at the age of 14 years, it has given 5 cows. That means it is superovulated. We have produced the embryo and put into HF, crossbred cows. And after birth, these are the cows. And these are the sexed semen also. Now it is available. and this is in Ramnagar. So, many people, even Malnad people are asking, we want only female cows, sex semen, vermicompost. Dr. Benigi is there. Vermicompost, we are also offering training. Similarly, Panchagavya production for efficient utilization of cattle dung and urine for revenue generation purpose also we are also doing at NDRI, and plastic drum based silage production. In summer, hydroponic will be helpful, but regularly it cannot be used because cost, it comes around 8 to 9 rupees per kg. And we have to go for good quality fodder production, then only any dairy farming, whether it is indigenous, exotic or buffalo, it will become profitable. In nutshell, now the uneven rainfall, this year you have seen different parts of the country as well as state varying. It is not uniform, or it is changing, climate is changing, various multilateral agreements we are signing. And we have to, farmers should be self-sufficient, they should be sustainable dairy farming, they should go for value addition, which will increase the profit, which is the need of the hour. Milk is a complete food, and we have to utilize it for the benefit of the mankind. And through indigenous cows farming, we can improve the human health, we can produce good next generation, which will be good Bharatiya, who can help our country. If we take care of cows, they will take care of us and our next generation. I'm thankful to each one of you for attending this, and I'm thankful to each the organizers. I pray Almighty for success of the program of Ramchandrapur Mutt. I, with the remark that I humbly submit my respect to Sri Raghveshwar Bharati Swamiji. ರಾಘವೇಶ್ವರ ಭಾರತಿ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವರ ಚರಣಾರವಿಂದಗಳಿಗೆ ವಂದಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ವಿರಾಮ ಹೇಳಲು ಬಯಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಈ ಕಾಮದುಗ ಯೋಜನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲಿನಿಂದಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಜೋಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರುವವನು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನೇಕ ದೇಶಿ ತಳಿಯ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ನನ್ನೊಂದಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದ ಸುಮಾರು 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಕಾಲ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸ್ಪಂದಿಸಿದಿರ. ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ವಂದಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತಿಗೆ ವಿರಾಮ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you for enlightening us, sir. The session is now open for discussion. Few questions have been already posted by the participants. I'll just read out the question for you, sir. Yes. The first question goes like this. Explain in detail about BCM7.
Okay. With your slide, I will tell you. Beta-casomorphin 7. It is a molecule produced in our stomach because our stomach has got acidic pH. That means lower pH. At that time, if A1 is there, it is histidine is there like this at 67th position. In case of A2 milk, it is proline. Proline, if it attaches, it is like this, if you can imagine. And if it is like this histidine, it breaks easily and forms a molecule known as beta-casomorphin 7, BCM7. This is of 7. This is a small molecule. It acts like a morphine-like effect it has got. But only thing is, each and everybody, even if it is formed, it is not going to harm. If only thing is, if it goes to the blood-brain barrier, then it goes to blood-brain barrier and it induces certain problems. But only thing is, in case of children, very young age and old age people, and also those who are suffering from certain chronic diseases, gastric mucosa, that mucosa gets damaged, the pore size increases, so it enters in and it is likely to predispose for certain diseases. It is not the causative agent. It is a predisposing. That is what various studies have been reported. BCM7 is not that much harmful in a normal individual. But only thing is, if it breaks into BCM5, it becomes smaller. If it is BCM7 is like this, BCM5 will become smaller. Even the smaller pore size, it enters into the blood-brain barrier. It is likely to cause more effect. It acts like a morphine. Morphine, you all know what are the effects of morphine. And that is the reason in children food, baby foods and all. Many countries started using A2 milk, but at the same time, there are certain scientists, they say it is of not much significance. But majority of the reports, various reports say it is predisposes in monkeys as well as rats, mice. It has got certain skin diseases, irritating property, and they will not, if you give A1 peptide or BCM7 directly, they will not sleep or calmness will not come. They will get irritation.
Moving on to the next question, sir. What are the ill effects of A1 milk?
That's what I told you, most of the various studies indicate that it predisposes for ischemic heart disease, atherosclerosis, skin-based diseases, allergic reactions, and also certain types of diabetic predisposes. It is not a causative agent, but at the same time, certain reports, scientific reports say contradictory also, no effect, both are equal. But majority of the report and animal trials indicates they are likely to predispose the individual. It is predisposed, it doesn't cause.
Explain about lactose intolerance in consuming A1 and A2 milk.
Actually, lactose is present in both the milk. In certain reports recently have come, it is not the lactose intolerance, it is the A1 intolerance that is causing, that is what this certain reports say. Lactose intolerance is there means whether it is A1 or A2. Lactose is entirely different. Certain individuals will have this causes the allergic reactions and all.
Can you please differentiate between descriptive and non-descriptive breeds?
You see, in our country, when we were studying, there were only 23 breeds. Descriptive breed, when 2009, when I was there in working in Nagar in UP, Malnad Gidda was a non-descript breed. That means there is no specific characteristics. Somebody has to work on that. Descript means he has to make it from non-descriptive to descriptive, and that means phenotypic characters, color, body weight, body size, cytogenetic studies, molecular genetic level. What are the uniform? Breed means it should have within that group uniformity. Malnad Gidda has got certain uniformity. Killar has got certain. Hallikar, for example, its color is different, its molecular profile, breed signature, everything nowadays they are developing. If a group of animals with unique traits are there, you can characterize them and we can register them as a breed, which is done by Government of India. At present, NBAGR, National Bureau of Animal Genetic Resources, takes care of breed registration. I am the one who has registered Malnad Gidda as a breed. For that, the support and the constant encouragement given by Swamiji, Raghaveshwara Bharati Swamiji, is also remembered on this occasion by me.
What is the comparative cost of A1 and A2 and its availability?
See, as on today, you see indigenous cows produce A2 milk, buffaloes also A2, goat also A2 milk. Exotic cows, around 30 to 40% of the cows produce A1 and A2 mixture milk. And even in many countries, they also started selecting bulls for A2. That is the reason even crossbreds also can produce A2 allele and A2 milk. But indigenous cow's milk has got not only A1, A2 milk, but also many other beneficial like calcium level, and also vitamin A precursors, many other. Desi cow milk has got its own uniqueness.
What are the recent research of NDRI of A2 milk?
Actually, we studied all the southern breeds, what is the proportion of A1 allele and the crossbreds, all the bulls in the semen stations, all the indigenous breeds cows are only A2 type. That means they produce only A2 milk. In exotic, around 33% of the HF bulls have got A1 allele. That means next generation, when born calves if they become cow and start giving milk, 33% of the cows is likely to give A1 and A2 mixture.
What is the role of lactoferrin?
Lactoferrin is very, very important for neuron development. That means which is related with brain development, intelligence and all. It is also antimicrobial substance. That means immunity it enhances. It has got, since it immunity enhances, it has also antiviral property. That is the reason it is very, very useful for as an antimicrobial substance.
Desi cow milk helps in preventing diabetes. Is that true?
I have already told you certain peptides are there, and ACA chain is there, enzyme, certain enzymes and all, they are highly beneficial. In our station also, one Dr. Satish Kumar is working on that under basic fund.
How is the A2 milk colostrum different from other milk?
A2 milk colostrum can also be like milk. It can, its protein also contain A2 or A1 casein. If it is bull, if a cow is of A1 type, its casein typing also A1 casein. Otherwise, A1 and A2 casein. Indigenous cows, normally it is of A2 genotype with respect to casein, beta casein. So it produces A2 only. This also have same benefit as milk, but it contains many immunoglobulin, lactoferrin and all at very high level.
How to identify the milk as A2? Is there any rapid test for it?
I told you as on now, we have got PCR based, PCR, RFL, RT-PCR, which are all laboratory and time consuming. As on today, cow side tests are not there. We can take the milk, from milk DNA can be extracted. We are also trying to develop cow side cheap test.
Is there any shelf life difference for A1 and A2?
No, it is shelf life depends on the hygienic condition, temperature, many other things.
What is the role of A2 in Ayurveda? Is it proven, sir?
A2 Ayurvedic doctors, they prefer indigenous cow's milk. It is A2, particularly ghee. Many of my friends, Ayurvedic doctors and all, they take desi cow ghee only. Some doctors, including Dr. Kajay, many times he used to discuss with me ghee and all its property. Fat globule size, it is very small in case of indigenous cows. That also helpful. Goat milk also has fat globule size of very small. Even Kanneri organic milk and milk product, ghee and all sold at a quite high price, but there is very good demand.
It is sometimes advised to restrict dairy product consumption to people suffering from arthritis and related disorders. What about this milk, A2 milk, A1 milk?
A1 or A2 milk? Quantity,
what about the milk? They have just asked us, what about the milk?
Quantity, it has to be used. Over and above that, there is a certain problems may arise. Those who have got allergic reaction, it is not useful. Any product on the earth, certain percentage, very, very rare number of people have got allergic reactions. So such people, it is not advised.
In many places, people are cattling HF cows. Even many people don't know about indigenous cows. How can we change this in large extent?
You see, even today, I told in the beginning also, I have put a slide, 26% of the milk in our country is only produced by exotic cows. Generally, it is a belief that entire milk comes from, even today, more than 49% milk comes from buffaloes. Around 23 to 24% comes from indigenous cows. So it depends. Near the city where the land value is very high, it is very difficult to keep indigenous cows. I also agree, grazing is a requirement. Many people have used the Gomala land for their personal use or many other purpose. So it is, but only thing is we have to make it sustainable. For that, productivity has to be enhanced, and also each and every living being or living creation has got its own right. Biodiversity has to be conserved.
We just have time for 2 more questions. Which milk is good for acidity?
Acidity, certain beta-lactoglobulin and all. Yeah, even Arsikere area, Chikmagalur district and all, Amrit Mahal cow's milk, certain Ayurvedic doctors, they told immediately if you, after getting up, if you take Amrit Mahal milk, it acts like a coating agent because of beta-lactoglobulin. That is the, but only thing is you have to take milk without boiling, means you have to be very, very careful. You have to take from healthy cows. It is always advisable to take milk after boiling. In our country, we are boiling, even though pasteurization is not required if you are boiling.
What about value-added products available out of A2 milk? Is it available in market?
Yes, many people are selling at a very premium price. We should make value-added products. Like, for example, yogurt. It is very easy to make. You can increase the profitability. Then only we can enhance indigenous cows population and also make it profitable, and also the health of the human health.
For heart health and diabetes, which type of milk is good?
See, whichever has got high level of conjugated linoleic acid, the CLA content is high. Indigenous cows has got very high. It is highly useful for heart health. Diabetic also, I told you, various peptides, goat milk and dwarf cattle milk are very, very useful.
Okay, any more questions? Kindly unmute yourself to get your doubts clarified if you have any further questions. We have just 1 more minute to go. Okay, I request all the participants to kindly fill your feedback form. ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸಬೇಕಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. Now I request Dr. V.I. Bengi sir to give away the concluding remarks. Over to you, sir.
Unmute ಮಾಡಿ sir.
ಹಲೋ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ?
Yes, sir.
ಓಕೆ. ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಘವೇಶ್ವರ ಭಾರತಿ ಮಹಾಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳಿಗೆ ವಂದಿಸಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಒಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಭಾಷಣ ತಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಿವರವಾದ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ತಾವು ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ. ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಕವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಹಾಡನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿದರು. ಗೋದಿಂದ ಹಾಲು ಬಂತು, ಹಾಲಿನಿಂದ ಮೊಸರು ಬಂತು, ಮೊಸರಿನಿಂದ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಬಂತು, ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯಿಂದ ತುಪ್ಪ ಬಂತು. ಆದರೆ ಮಾನವ ನೀನು ಎದಕ್ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಆದಿ, ನೀನು ಯಾರಿಗಾದಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬಹಳ ಅರ್ಥಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ಒಂದು ಹಾಡನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿದರು. ಅದ ನಂತರ we don't rear cow will rear us. This is very 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 important ಒಂದು ಮಾತಿದು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿವಿಧ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ಗಳು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ದೇಸಿ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ವಿವರಣೆಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಕಳೆದ ಒಂದು 10 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಲಿನ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಗೋ ಒಂದು ತಳಿಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ವಿವರವಾದ ಒಂದು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಈಗ ಸದ್ಯ ನಾವು ಹೇಳೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹಾಲು ಹೇಗೆ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾದ ಆಹಾರ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಶಕ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ. ಹೌ ಎ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಫುಡ್, that he has given different reasons, because milk will gives minerals, fats, proteins, vitamins, especially water soluble lipids, then carbohydrate, Then milk protein has got very essential amino acids, and it is also minor content of both pigments as well as vitamins. So it is based on this, it is considered as it is a complete food for human being. And he has also expressed about the milk benefits. ಹಾಲನ್ನು ಹಾಲನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಳೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನೇನು ನಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ದ ಇಮ್ಯುನೋ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲೇಟರ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾನವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಹನಾಶಕ್ತಿ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಪವರ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಂಟಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಬಿಯಲ್, ಆಂಟಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೀಟಾ ಕೆರೋಟಿನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟೊಕೊಫಿರಾಲ್, ಆಂಟಿ ಒಪೈಡ್, ಆಂಟಿ hypersensitive and mineral absorption, and it is anti carcinogenic. ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಾತನ್ನ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತು ಹಾಲನ್ನ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಒಂದು ವೇಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗತಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾತನ್ನ ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರ ಹಾಲನ್ನು ತಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ವೇಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗತಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. 1 cup of cow milk ಅಂದ್ರೆ about 244 grams. It is rich in calcium and which is daily requirement. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ನಾವು ತಗೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ನಾನ್ ವೆಜ್ ಫುಡ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್, casein and whey protein, that is very required for development of brain, which is rich in amino acids, which has got bioactive peptides. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಏನು ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, those who are lack of sleep at night, it is better to take milk, 1 cup of milk plus some teaspoon of turmeric powder before sleep. So that will not only decrease the good sleeping capacity, and also it will improve the immunity system. And lactose sugar ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, that will promotes the mineral absorption. Milk fat, which is required for flavor, taste, texture and appearance. And the milk has got 67% saturated fatty acids and 33% unsaturated fatty acids. And the milk minerals are especially rich in calcium. So ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ವಿಟಮಿನ್ಸ್ಗಳು, ವಿಟಮಿನ್ ಎ, ಬಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್, B12, there are 12 water soluble vitamins, and fat soluble 4 fat soluble vitamins are there, and 4 vitamin C and D. And cholesterol is very less in the milk. So we can take about 2.5 liters of milk per day, and 150 grams of butter and 100 grams of ghee. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ತುಪ್ಪವನ್ನು ತಿನ್ನೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ವೇಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಭ್ರಮೆ, ಇದು ಸುಳ್ಳು. We can happily enjoy the both milk and products. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಆಕಳಿಗೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಫೆಡ್ ದ ಮೊರಿಂಗಾ ಲೀವ್ಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನುಗ್ಗೆಯ ಒಂದು ತಪ್ಪಲವನ್ನು ಮೇಯಿಸಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ಬಂದಂತ ಹಾಲು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ A1 and A2 ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ವಿವರವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಟಿಕ್ ಬೀಡದಲ್ಲಿ A1 and A2 ಇರ್ತೈತಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ 31% is A1 and remaining percent is A2. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ದೇಶಿ ತಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕವದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರ್ ದೇಶಿ ಕವ has got A2 milk which is containing prolines, but whereas our exotic has got histidine which will easily break to form BCM7, that is beta cosmomorphin 7, which leads to the problems like heart disease, and also it is not it will also leads to the brain damage. So ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶ ಇದರಿಂದ ಈ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ವಯಸ್ಸಾದವರು, it is necessary to take A2 milk but not A1 milk. So I request you to please keep in this important informations which is useful for our family members. And ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಅವರು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸಭಿಕರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಸಮಂಜಸವಾಗಿ ಉತ್ತರವನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದಿನ ಒಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ದೇಶಿ ತಳಿಗಳ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ದೇಶಿ ತಳಿಗಳ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಅವಕ್ಕೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಮೇಯಿಸಿದ್ರೆ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅವಕ್ಕೆ ಆಹಾರವನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸೋಟಿಕ್ ಬ್ರೀಡ್ದಷ್ಟೇ ಹಾಲನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ there is a need of increasing and rearing and development of our ದೇಶಿ ಕೌಸ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿವರವಾದ ಒಂದು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಈ ಒಂದು ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಈ ಒಂದು ನಿರೂಪಣೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಸ್ಥಾನದ ಒಂದು ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಂದನೆಗಳು, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಇಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಸ್ ಎ ಪಾಟೀಲ್, ಹಾನರಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ವೈಸ್ ಚಾನ್ಸಲರ್, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸಸ್ ಧಾರವಾಡ ಮತ್ತು ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್, ನ್ಯೂ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಾಗೂ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪಿ ಎಲ್ ಪಾಟೀಲ್, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್, ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸಸ್ ಧಾರವಾಡ, ಹಾಗೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಪುಷ್ಪಾ ಭಾರತಿ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಡ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಿಷನ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುನಂದಾ ಇಟಗಿ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಸೈನ್ಸಸ್, UAS ಧಾರವಾಡ, ಮತ್ತು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅನಿಲ್ ಕುಮಾರ್, ಡೈರಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್, UAS ಧಾರವಾಡ ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ ಅನೇಕ ಹಿರಿಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗೌರವಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. It's a great honor for us to have the presence of eminent scientists like Dr. S.A. Patil, Honorable Former Vice Chancellor, University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad, and former Director of Indian Agricultural Research Institute, New Delhi, and Dr. P.L. Patil, Director of Research, University of Agricultural Sciences, Dharwad. It's a great honor to have Dr. Pushpa Bharati, Professor of Food Science and Nutrition, Dr. Sunanda Itagi, Professor of Human Development, College of Community Sciences, UAS Dharwad, and Dr. Anil Kumar, Dairy Science Department, UAS Dharwad. We are very much honored to have many other eminent scientists with us today. Now I request Ms. Manusha C. to give away the vote of thanks. I kindly request all the participants to give your valuable feedback. His Holiness Parama Pujya Srimad Jagadguru Shankaracharya Sri Sri Raghaveshwara Bharati Mahaswamiji will bless us through his words after the vote of thanks. Over to you, Manusha.
Good afternoon, everyone. Feedback is the breakfast of champions, and your feedback for this program is very important to us. So I request everyone to submit the feedback form. I, on behalf of everyone witnessing today's webinar, take this opportunity to offer our respectful greetings and heartfelt gratitude to His Holiness Sri Sri Abhinava Shankaracharya, Gou Samsath, Srimad Jagadguru Shankaracharya, Sri Sri Raghaveshwara Bharati Mahaswamiji for gracing this webinar with his blessings, benevolence, and his divine presence. The very presence of our honorable keynote speaker, Dr. K.P. Ramesh sir, head of the station, Southern Regional Station, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, National NDRI, in today's program, in spite of his extremely busy schedule, is the reflection of the importance of this webinar. We all are inspired by your gracious presence and words. On behalf of Samshodhana Khanda, Sri Ramchandrapura Mata, Gofala Trust, and all the audience, I thank you, sir. Nextly, I would like to express heartfelt gratitude to the chairperson, Dr. V.I. Bengi, sir, Honorable former Vice Chancellor, University of Agriculture Sciences, Dharwad. Your presence has indeed made this event a memorable one, and we unitedly thank you, sir, for standing as a backbone to this wonderful event. I would also like to convey my sincere thanks to our moderator, Dr. Mahesh Kumar Ji, sir, Head, Department of Dairy Engineering, Dairy Science College, Hebbal, Bengaluru, from whom this program has become wholesome. Thank you, sir. I thank the sponsor of today's program, Dr. Praveen Udupa of A1 Logics, Mangalore, and his team members for providing technical assistance to all our webinars. Thank you. I would like to thank all the people of the media who have cooperated with us for making this event a grateful one. My personal heartfelt thanks to all of them, including the participants who have helped us directly and indirectly for making this webinar a memorable event. I take this opportunity to dedicate the successful of this webinar to the lotus feet of Sri Samsthana. I request His Holiness to bestow with his guidance and blessings for all the upcoming webinars. Thank you all.
Thank you, Manusha. Now comes the most awaited moment to listen to His Holiness Parama Pujya Srimad Jagadguru Shankaracharya Sri Sri Raghaveshwara Bharati Mahaswamiji. On behalf of all of us, I request Sri Samsthana to bless us through his words. ಶ್ರೀ ಚರಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕ ನಮನಗಳನ್ನ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಆಶೀರ್ವಚನದ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹರಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಭಕ್ತಿಪೂರ್ವಕ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
ಹರೇ ರಾಮ. ವಂದೇ ಗೋಮಾತರಂ. गावों में पुरतः संतो, गावों में संतु पृष्ठतः, गावों में हृदय नित्यं, गवां मध्ये वसाम्यहम्. ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರಾಪುರ ಮಠದ ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ಖಂಡ ಮತ್ತು ಗೋಫಲ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂಲಕ ನೆರವೇರುತ್ತಿರುವ ಹಾಲು ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣ ಆಹಾರ ಎಂಬ ವಿಷಯದ ಕುರಿತಾದ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ಈ ವಿಚಾರ ಸಂಕಿರಣದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಂಗಲಮಯ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಹರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ. ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ KP ರಮೇಶ್ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಕೊಟ್ಟವರು, ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆ ವಹಿಸಿದವರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ VI ಬೆಳಗಿ ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತ ಕುಲಪತಿಗಳು, ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಹೇಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಜಿ, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಮನಸಾರೆ ಹರಿಸಿ ಕೆಲವಾರು ಮಾತುಗಳು. दूध एक परिपूर्ण आहार है, इस विषय को प्रकाशित करने वाली आज की जो संगोष्ठी है, उस संगोष्ठी के अंतिम सत्र के अंतिम क्षणों में हम सब हैं. गावो विश्वस्य मातरः. वेदवाणी ने गाय को विश्व जननी के रूप में उद्घोषित किया है. भारतीय संस्कृति ने अंगीकार भी दिया है, गाय विश्व जननी है. गाय में दो चीज ऐसा है जो मातृत्व का, गौ माता का अंतर्निहित मातृत्व का और विश्व मातृत्व का समर्थन करता है. दो चीज, एक अंबा ध्वनि जो पुकारती है गौ माता, वो पुकार जो है वही मातृत्व का प्रतीक है. और दूसरा दूध. जन्म लेते ही मनुष्य रोता है. अलग अलग प्रकार के प्राणियां विभिन्न प्रकार से आवाज करते हैं, परंतु इस संसार में एकमात्र जानवर ऐसा है, एकमात्र जीव ऐसा है जो अंबा खाकर पुकारती है, वो गौ माता है, सिर्फ और सिर्फ गौ माता है. तो इसी से गौ माता का विश्व मातृत्व समर्थित हो जाता है. दूसरा चीज ही दूध है, जो आज का संगोष्ठी का विषय है. दूध मातृत्व का प्रतीक है. सिर्फ गाय में ऐसा नहीं, हर एक जीव में मातृत्व का प्रतीक दूध है. परंतु गाय में दूध सिर्फ मातृत्व का नहीं, विश्व मातृत्व का प्रतीक है. आप कह सकते हैं तो गाय में जो दूध है वो उसका बछड़े के लिए है, और मातृत्व इसलिए बछड़े तक ही सीमित है. विश्व मातृत्व सिर्फ कल्पना है, ऐसा तर्क आगे किया जा सकता है, वो ठीक नहीं है. क्योंकि अगर गाय कुपोषित नहीं है, सुपोषित है, स्वस्थ है, तो उसमें बछड़े की आवश्यकता से ज्यादा दूध मिलेगा, ये पक्का है. जो दूध अधिक मिलेगा, बछड़े की आवश्यकता से अधिक जो दूध संप्राप्त होता है, वो दूध किसके लिए? वो दूध मनुष्य के लिए, वो दूध हम सब के लिए, पेड़ पौधों के लिए भी है. क्योंकि वृक्षायुर्वेद में दूध से भी चिकित्सा किया जाता है तो पेड़ पौधों का. इसलिए वो जो दूध है, बछड़े की आवश्यकता से ज्यादा जो पैदा होता है गाय का दूध, वही विश्व मातृत्व का प्रतीक है. नहीं तो ज्यादा दूध पैदा होने की क्या जरूरत है, क्या आवश्यकता है? अगर गाय स्वस्थ है, सुपोषित है, उसमें जितना दूध है वो सब दूध पीने से बछड़ा बीमार पड़ सकता है, अजीर्ण अपच हो सकता है बछड़े को. इसलिए गाय दूध हमारे लिए भी रखती है, हम सबके लिए भी रखती है. इसलिए हम सबको जो चाहिए वो अंश सारे दूध में अंतर्निहित होते हैं. नैसर्गिक रूप में हर जीव जो होता है, मतलब हर जीव प्रकार में जो माता होती है, माँ होती है, माँ में जो दूध होता है, दूध अपने जो संतान होता है, संतान के लिए जैसा चाहिए वैसा रहता है, परंतु गाय का दूध वैसा नहीं, सिर्फ अपने बछड़े के लिए नहीं, मनुष्य के लिए जो चाहिए वो भी गाय का दूध में है। इसलिए दूध को परिपूर्ण आहार बताया जा सकता है। आयुर्वेद कहता है क्षीरम वही जीवयत्यपि, भाव प्रकाश का उल्लेख है ये। क्षीरम वही जीवयत्यपि, दूध जीवन देता है। आहार की पहली आवश्यकता जीवन है, पहले जीवन बाद में सुजीवन। दूध जीवन और सुजीवन दोनों के लिए आवश्यक है, क्योंकि आयुर्वेद का उल्लेख ही ऐसा है, क्षीरम में जीवयत्यपि, लाइफ गिविंग, जीवन देता। क्षीरम जीवनीयानाम श्रेष्ठम, आचार्य चरक कहते हैं जो जीवन देने वाले आहार पदार्थ है उनमें सर्वश्रेष्ठ दूध है। अत्र गव्यंतु जीवनीयम रसायनम, वाग्भट अपना अष्टांग संग्रह सूत्र में वाग्भट ने कहा अत्र गव्यंतु जीवनीयम रसायनम, दूध को रसायन बताया वाग्भट ने, और जीवनीय बताया, जीवन का कारण बताया। इसलिए जो संपूर्ण आहार गाय को, दूध के लिए हम संपूर्ण आहार बोलने के लिए जा रहे हैं, उसमें आयुर्वेद की पुष्टि ही जीवन देता है। कौन कौन पी सकता है दूध को? कौन कौन पी सकता है? सर्व प्राणपताम तस्मात् सात्विम क्षीरम विमोच्यते, हर एक जीव दूध पी सकता है, हर एक मनुष्य दूध पी सकता है, क्योंकि वो दूध मानव कुल के लिए आदि बन चुकी है, संगी बन चुकी है। इसलिए दूध में प्रतिषेधी नहीं है, दूध ये पी सकता है ये नहीं पी सकता है, ऐसे हम विभिन्नता, ऐसे हम तारतम्य नहीं कर सकते। हर एक के लिए दूध प्रशस्त बताया गया है। और अनेक औषधि रस प्रसादम प्राणदम, गाय प्रकृति में घूमती है, पेड़ पौधे चरती है, उसमें औषध रूप का पेड़ पौधे बहुत होते हैं, औषधि के पेड़ पौधे काफी होते हैं, वो भी चरती है गाय। फिर घर में आके दूध देती है, दूध में सारे औषधियां दवाइयां समाहित हो जाती हैं। अनेक औषधि रस प्रसादम प्राणदम, औषधियों का रस है, प्रसाद है, प्राणदम, इसलिए वो शक्ति भी देती है और मुक्ति भी देती है। शक्ति त्राण देती है, ऊर्जा देती है, मुक्ति, बीमारियों से मुक्ति भी देती है गौ माता। इसलिए कंप्लीट फूड बताया जा सकता है। कंप्लीट फूड में शक्ति भी चाहिए और मुक्ति भी चाहिए, पुष्टि भी चाहिए और बीमारियों से मोक्ष भी चाहिए, दोनों हैं दूध में। जीवनीयम श्रमहरम श्वास कास निबर्हणम, जीवनीयम चरक संहिता में दूसरा एक उल्लेख, जीवनीयम जीवन देता है, श्रमहरम श्रम का परिहार करता है, श्वास कास निबर्हणम, अस्थमा हो काशी हो इससे मुक्ति दे सकती है गोमाता का जो अमृत रस दूध है वो। तो इन सब से हमें काफी उल्लेख है, इन सब से हमें यह पता जाता है, ये पता होता है कि दूध में काफी ऐसे गुण हैं जो मानव जीवन को समृद्ध कर लाता है, मानव जीवन को समृद्ध करता है, साथ में रोग मुक्त भी करता है। तो ईश्वर ने गौ माता को वर के रूप में मनुष्य संतान को दिया, और गौ माता में ऐसा हर एक चीज अंतर्निहित किया भगवान ने, ईश्वर ने, जो जो इंसान के लिए चाहिए, जो जो मनुष्य के लिए चाहिए, चाहे वो धर्म हो, चाहे वो आरोग्य हो, स्वास्थ्य हो, चाहे वो संपत्ति हो, चाहे वो अन्य सुविधाएं हो, जो जो मनुष्य के लिए चाहिए वो सब गौ माता में अंतर्निहित है। इसलिए गौ माता को हम कामधेनु कहकर पुकारते हैं। सिर्फ धेनु नहीं, कामधेनु, धेनु माने दूध देता है, कामधेनु माने अपना कामना देती है, मानव की जो मनोकामना है, जो जो मनुष्य जी वो प्रार्थना कर सकता है वो सब गौ माता में अंतर्निहित है। गौ माता अनेक प्रकार की चीजें देती है, वो गोमूत्र हो, गोबर हो, गो दुग्ध हो, कई प्रकार की चीजें देती है, परंतु उसमें दूध सर्वश्रेष्ठ है, क्योंकि दूध में गौ माता का वात्सल्य निहित है, गौ माता का संकल्प मनुष्य के लिए भला हो, ये संकल्प, ये दुआ, ये आशीर्वाद, वो भी उसमें दुग्ध में शामिल है। इसलिए दूध को अपना जीवन का अविभाज्य अंग बनाना आवश्यक है। दूध का जो सफेद रंग है वो सत्व गुण है। दूध का जो मधुर रस है वो सत्व गुण है। दूध पीने समय भी मधुर है, पीने के बाद में पाक में भी वो मधुर ही रहता है। वो मधुर पाक वाला है वो। इसलिए दूध को जो आहार प्रपंच का, आहार विश्व का शिखर में है, आहार विश्व का सर्वश्रेष्ठ चीज है दूध और घी। ये दोनों अपना जीवन का अविभाज्य अंग बनना चाहिए। उसके द्वारा गौ माता भी अपना जीवन का अविभाज्य अंग बनना चाहिए। तो गौ पालना, गाय को पालना, गौ माता की खूब सेवा करना, गौ माता को सुखी स्वस्थ सुपोषित रखना और वर प्रसाद के रूप में, आशीर्वाद के रूप में जो गौ माता देती है, दूध, गौमूत्र और गोबर, वो सबको स्वीकार करना, उससे अपना जीवन समृद्ध बनाना, सुखमय बनाना। तो हमें सफेद रंग वाला दूध चाहिए, लाल रंग वाला चीज नहीं। गौ माता से अपेक्षा करना सफेद रंग वाला, सात्विक सफेद रंग वाला दूध, उसमें क्या नहीं है, सब कुछ है। वो परिपूर्ण आहार इतना ही नहीं बोल सकते हैं, वो परिपूर्ण वस्तु है। इस दुनिया में कोई वस्तु परिपूर्ण नहीं होता है, वो अपरिपूर्ण ही होता है। मुक्ति में सब कुछ परिपूर्ण होते हैं, परंतु संसार में हर एक चीज अपूर्ण होता है, सिर्फ दूध और घी को छोड़ के। इसमें सब चीज है जो आवश्यक है मनुष्य जीवन के लिए। इतना कहकर आप जितना भी वर्णन करो वो पर्याप्त नहीं होगा, क्योंकि वो माता ही ऐसे अद्भुत जीव है और गोदुग्ध ऐसे एक अद्भुत चीज है, तो जिसकी वर्णना किया नहीं जा सकता, वो पर्याप्त नहीं होता, अपना शब्द कम पड़ता इसमें। इसलिए यही विराम देते हुए अपना जो संशोधना खंड है, अपना जो गोफल ट्रस्ट है, दोनों को परिपूर्ण आशीर्वाद देते हैं। और जो 100 से ज्यादा पार्टिसिपेंट्स है इसमें भाग लिए, उन सबको आशीर्वाद देते हैं। विशेष करके अध्यक्ष महोदय वी बड़गी जी और महेश कुमार जी, हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट डेयरी इंजीनियरिंग, डेयरी साइंस कॉलेज हेबाड़ बेंगलुरु, इनके लिए, और अपना ही केपी रमेश जो सत्पुरुष है, एक सत्पुरुष है, एक अच्छे गोभक्त है और बहुत अच्छे गो विज्ञानी है केपी रमेश, उनके लिए भी आशीर्वाद देना चाहेंगे। जय गौ माता, जय गोपाला, हरे राम।
ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ದಿವ್ಯ ಸಾನ್ನಿಧ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕರುಣಿಸಿದ, ಸದಾ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಅನುಗ್ರಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಪರಮ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಶ್ರೀಗಳ ಪಾದಪದ್ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಪ್ರಣಾಮಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. Once again, I kindly request all the participants to give your valuable feedback on the session. Thank you once again. Have a good day. Hare Rama.
Hare Rama. Thank you all.